And into week 12, we've got 3 weeks left. So it is the playoff push here. You know, if you're
Yep.
in or you're out, or you're praying for some kind of scenario to happen for you to get in. But yeah, what's up, Hammer?
Everything's good, man. Can't complain. Like you said, 3 weeks. I feel like we have this conversation every year where it just goes by so quickly and we're already into week 12. So playoff pushes upon us. We got 3 Thanksgiving games coming up. I can't believe it's Thanksgiving in 4 days. So yeah, man, looking forward to the playoff push. I'm in a playoff spot in 2 leagues. Both Dynasty. In redraft, it's just been an absolute shit show with the injuries have just decimated me and knocked me out of a playoff spot. But still got 3 weeks to make up some ground. So, looking forward to that and looking forward to sharing the playoff run with you guys.
Yeah, I am. I mean, I think I'm in the playoffs in both of my redrafts right now, but it's been rough. And this week I got no quarterbacks. Jackson Dart is out, so I got Winston playing, and then I got Chua on freaking bye. And so I picked up Aaron Rodgers, and then Aaron Rodgers winds up not playing. So now I got to get Mason Rudolph.
Yep.
But the way it's set up, I can't carry enough quarterbacks. So like I had to drop Rodgers. Like I'd like to keep Rodgers so that I have him for the rest of the season, but I can't. It's one game at a time right now. Like I can't afford to.
Yep.
I
was in a very similar situation because I had my 3 quarterbacks were Jordan Love, Bryce Young, and Jaden Daniels. And if you remember a couple of weeks ago, both Bryce Young and Jaden Daniels were out. And I ranted on the show because ESPN decided to have Jaden Daniels or Bryce Young, one of them, listed as like doubtful all the way up until Saturday. So I couldn't put Jaden Daniels on IR and then get that extra quarterback in there. So yeah, man, and I know it's my home league with the double quarterbacks. You can carry up to 3 because people were hoarding quarterbacks. It was getting a little out of hand and then charging insane prices for, like you said, somebody like a Marcus Mariota. People would be hoarding all these backup quarterbacks. So, but yeah, man, it's getting rough out there with the injuries, and we got some more injury news on that front as well. We're going into the 11:30 inactive window. Josh Jacobs, a big inactive. I know a ton of fantasy managers have him. I have a couple of shares of Josh Jacobs. He is officially out. So Emmanuel Wilson, he played pretty well in that complimentary role. I think he'll get a good, healthy dose of the carries, maybe 15 opportunities for Emmanuel Wilson today. I think he is really solid as a backup. So if you're in a desperation play, I don't think Emmanuel Wilson is a bad play today.
Yeah. I mean, if you're in a pinch, yeah.
Chris Godwin will return. Very interesting on that front. So you got Chris Godwin back in the fold for Tampa. No Bucky Irving yet again. I know there was a lot of talk about Bucky Irving maybe possibly returning this week, but it looks like he's going to be back next week, which is interesting. But did you hear what was going on with Bucky Irving? Like, it wasn't even just the injury. It was like some mental health kind of deal. He was dealing with the injury and it messed up his like psyche or something. It was super weird.
Yeah, I don't know any of the details. I don't think anybody does. But I mean, yeah, because every week they're like, all right, he should be coming back this week. He should be coming back this week, and then not practicing. Nobody knows what's going on. So I don't know. I think we'll soon find out there's something that happened, or I don't know. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But for now, I mean, you can't trust him. You can't expect him really to come back at this point. I mean,
no, they did say
maybe next week, but
they did say a week 13 return is likely. So, but like you said, we got to pretty much just wait and see throughout the week, see what his practice schedule looks like. But I'm in desperate need of a Bucky Irving return to the lineup.
Hope so. All right. Josh, what's up, Josh? Here we go. 7-4 Dynasty squad. Need to grab a win. It's got a shot at the top 2 seed and a bye. last flex spot is Rome or Michael Wilson after that monster game last week.
Yep.
Hate chasing last week's
Yep.
points for Wilson, but Rome, what are we thinking?
That's a tough one because Marvin Harrison Jr. is out again. Jacoby Brissett slings it. That's a tough proposition because Rome has been a roller coaster after the first month. He's been wide receiver anywhere from wide receiver 63 to wide receiver 8 in any given week. So that's such a broad spectrum for him. I understand the chasing of the Michael Wilson points. And I actually picked up Michael Wilson and had him on my bench last week. Why I didn't play him over DK Metcalf is just beyond me, or whoever I put in there is beyond me. But yeah, I think I'm here for the Michael Wilson. They're going against Jacksonville. I'm here for the Michael Wilson talk. I think you could fire him up and feel pretty good about it. It's basically him and Trey Benson. I mean, Trey McBride.
Yeah, I mean, look, solid like all season. I mean, he's been a little bit up and down, but he's given you at least kind of solid production. But he hasn't put up a Michael Wilson game. I mean, in fact, nobody has put up a Michael Wilson game. But to have that upside in a must-win week, like give me that over Odunze, who I'm hoping for a touchdown. I'm hoping for a good game where I'd rather just take the chance on Michael Wilson, and if I miss, I miss. But I think it's a pretty good floor considering no Marv and Brissett who's slinging it. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Wilson here too.
Yeah, I'm not even mad at that. That's just seems like the route to go.
Diaz, what up, Diaz?
In the fold.
Caps in the building. What's up, Caps? Morning, fellas. Need to flex PPR. Aaron Jones, Parker Washington, Hendy, or Juwan Jennings. Thanks.
I think we're going Hendy right out the box. They're playing against a terrible Cincinnati defense. I think the lock here out of these three is Hendy. Now you can make the case for the other three guys, right? So that's how we like to do this kind of.
Stevenson is back though too. Is he playing? Yeah, he's active.
He was questionable, but I think they saw what Hendy can do. Now you don't trust. You don't trust it because of what you've seen. I feel like you have a little bit of hesitation, cautious optimism with Hendy, but I think I'm going Hendy either way, to be honest with you, because also too, if it is a kind of a blowout type or even a shootout, blowout type situation for New England, you got to imagine that the running game is going to be a big part of that. So I think I'm going Hendy here, feeling pretty good about it. Aaron Jones, I like what I've seen from Aaron Jones. He's gotten a lot of really good work over the last 2 weeks, I believe, since he's returned. A little bit of a revenge game against Green Bay kind of situation. Parker Washington been a little bit disappointing, but obviously still no BTJ.
We got Kirk though scored. Kirk is in there. I mean, not Kirk. Jacoby Myers.
Jacoby Myers is there. That's fine. And also Brenton Strange looks like he'll be back as well. So that's also another piece of the puzzle. And Juwan Jennings, do I trust it? Pearsall's coming back. He's
been solid. I mean, I don't think last game, but I think the 2 weeks before that he's got tutties in 2 of the last 3 games.
Brock Purdy back. Yep, he does. And he's been in the top. He's been at least a wide receiver 3 the last 3 weeks. So you can make the case for Juwan Jennings, but I'm going to go Hendy and Aaron Jones with Juwan Jennings as a close third here. Against Carolina, though, so that could be a game where they could do well. But yeah, I'm gonna go Aaron Jones and Hendy.
Damn, I think I'm with you, but a close Jennings. I mean, I might be inclined to go Jennings over Jones, possibly. Hendy, like there is a little bit of worry, obviously, with Stevenson back, but he should at least get more work.
Solid, right.
He should get solid work. So, but I wouldn't be surprised if Stevenson just out touches him by a mile, and we're back to damn square one. So, I'm gonna go with Hendy little skeptical, but give me Hendy and Jennings, and then give me Jones as a close second. I'll go with Jennings. Appreciate your job. He's got Hendy in, even though Stevenson is back. Yeah. Philip, what up, Philip? Ramondre, Kamara, Tracy, sit one.
That's tough, man.
I mean,
Kamara finally got out of his slump that he was in for a while, got 25 opportunities against Carolina, turned that into over 100 scrimmage yards. I still like Kamara primarily because of the receiving work as well. 22 carries, a season high. We generally don't see Alvin Kamara get 20 plus carries in a game. Usually he's in that 15-ish range, 15 to 18-ish range. So I think, I don't know, man, that even and the Giants kind of ran well against the Packers last week.
Yeah,
Going up against Detroit.
only thing is like Singletary is taking like the goal line work, but Tracy's getting everything else and the pass catching opportunities.
Are you sitting Ramondre? That's a tough
I think
one.
So. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he hasn't been great even when he was there, but now also entering Henderson, where does he lose a little bit of work?
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a tough one. Also, too, be careful with the Tracy thing because it could be a negative game script for the Giants. They are playing Detroit. So
would that work in Tracy's favor as far as PPR and pass catching?
Potentially.
You know? That's why I like him, because of the pass, because I know he's going to get the pass catching work. And he did have, how many carries he have last week?
19 carries against Green Bay. 4 for 4 in the reception game for 51 yards.
Right. So even if we're behind a little bit, he should hopefully see a little more work there. So
yeah, no, it's a really good point.
I think I go Kamara and Tracy. I'll set Ramondre on this first game back.
I'm gonna do the same.
Since he just gave up over 150 yards a game. Yeah,
they give up everything to everybody.
Jay Simpson, what's up, fellas? It's Simp. What's up, Simp? Mayfield or Purdy. Also, flex 2, Genty, Brees, or Juwan Jennings. Also have Ibuka, who I'm starting if that matters as far as stacking.
Well, I just mentioned Chris Godwin is back.
For what that
for
is
Baker,
worth, I guess. Yeah,
it's got to be worth something, right? Brock Purdy was pretty good last week. They did that San Francisco offense. What they put up 44 last week. Brock Purdy was QB 6, 200 yards, 3 touchdowns against Arizona. But Baker always feels like a gamer. You know what I mean? And I know I think they're playing the Rams, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, could that be a high scoring need to throw?
And Baker does give you a little bit something. He does have the potential to give you something with his legs as well. He did have a rushing touchdown last week against Buffalo. So Baker's going to give you potentially some in the rushing game. But this is a close call. I don't think there's much separation between the two, to be honest with you. But so you want to take a look at the matchup, and I think Purdy has the better matchup. I'm going to go with Brock Purdy here, but slightly. I don't think there's going to be much between two.
Yeah, I mean, you're playing Ibuka regardless anyway, so you don't have to necessarily go with Mayfield, because if it does go south, at least you're not asked out on 2 positions and you're just asked out on Ibuka, as long as Purdy does his thing, obviously. But I guess we'll go slight Purdy. And then we're flexing 2. Let's go Genty, Brees, or Juwan Jennings. Sitting 1. I'm playing Genty.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to play Genty as well. The Brees thing is so interesting because he could do really well, or he could just be absolute dog wash.
I mean,
Changing
I'll go
quarterback
Breeze. I'll go Breeze for the upside though.
against the Ravens. Let's see what the Ravens are against the run.
I just think there's
first.
And there could not be, but is there a better chance Brees goes for 2 tutties and 150, or is there a better chance that Jennings goes for 2 tutties and 150?
Oh yeah, it's definitely Brees.
So I think for me that's the answer. I'm going to sit Jennings.
Yeah, I think I'm going to sit Jennings as well. And Brees has been pretty productive, man. He's getting 70% of the snaps in the last 2 weeks. 35 carries. Not a ton. I would like to see a little bit more in the pass game from Brees. And maybe with Tyrod Taylor, you get a little bit more of that. So we'll see. So yeah, I would agree with that.
That's true. Not Dallas. What's up? Daniel Jones or Jordan Love? It's got to be Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is a top 10 quarterback, like easily.
Yeah.
I don't care even what the matchup is.
It's Daniel Jones. No, and Jordan Love is my guy. I'm going Daniel Jones here.
Well, then here goes Caps with also a great question. Brissett or Daniel Jones? I've got 2 leagues where it's either Brissett or I've got Dak and Jared Goff. And I'm like, damn, like, do I actually play Brissett? Like, over one of them?
It's possible. It is possible, man.
And it's similar with Daniel Jones.
Jacoby Brissett, basically since he's taken over. I mean, Jacoby Brissett has been a QB1 since he's taken over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's crazy to think about that. Like he's been a QB1. He has at least he has 2 passing touchdowns in every single game he started since week 6.
Like, do I play him over Goff or Dak? And which one?
I wouldn't go over Dak. Over Goff, I would. I wouldn't play him over Dak, but over Goff, I would.
That's what I was thinking about, Goff, but not Dak. And then watch Goff go out there and throw fucking 6 touchdowns. But no, you're not crazy for doing that. I mean, Brissett's been solid, and McBride has been a fucking monster. So.
Yep. And that's without Marv last week. So Brissett's gonna sling it no matter what.
Right. Yeah, I would still start the same guys. I would sit Godwin compared to what you had there. Kev, what up, Kev? Update on Jacobs. I think we went over that, right? He's out.
Josh Jacobs is out.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of dimes, Goff or Jones or Brissett. That was my dilemma. Goff. I think I'm gonna play him over Goff. I mean, it's not like they have like a monster running back where they can score running the football in either. Not that they can't, but
Right. Yeah. In this scenario, I mean, listen, Daniel Jones has been really good, but he is going on the road to Kansas City, they have a solid defense.
That is true.
And you got Jared Goff against the Giants. I believe they're home. But even still, man, Arizona's just throwing it all over the place. Like Jacoby Brissett's throwing at least 30 times a game.
Well, I think did he set the record for most pass attempts? I think
50. I think he had I think it was completions. I think it was either completions or attempts.
I think. Yeah.
He had 45 completions.
Yeah, that's just nuts.
On 57 attempts, I believe. Yeah, 47 out of 57 for 452.
Is still out.
Right,
I mean, he's always been a solid, like, decent dude. Like, he can run the offense. He's not going to go crazy, but he's serviceable. And now all of a sudden he changes, and the weapons around him, maybe the coaching, the system, I don't know, something is clicking, so
maybe it's just Kyler Murray's ass. Did we ever consider that?
I feel like I went completely white here.
Yeah, you got a little bit of a lighting issue there.
All right, let's see what's up there.
There it is.
What happened there, but yeah, I mean, Josh said, does he stack Jacoby with Wilson? Yeah, you might as well.
That's not a bad play.
Play him over,
That is
playing
not
him
a
over
bad play.
Goff. I don't think that's a bad option at all.
No, and remember, Jared Goff has a good running game to lean on.
Right.
Obviously, no Sam Laporta, but I don't think that, throws too much into the wrench. But yeah, but Jared Goff, they can run the ball to a win against the Giants for the most part, right? Where Jacoby has to be the guy slinging it everywhere. So Jacoby is a good play here, honestly.
Yeah. Frank, what's up, Frank? What's cracking? Miss you guys Wednesday. Had to make an executive decision. I had Pearsall on IR and had to activate him or drop him or drop Charbs. Pearsall number 5, our receiver. Charbs number 6, running back. Yeah, my bad, Frank. I had my second daughter, so I could not be here on Wednesday. So, but we here today. We here today.
In the flesh.
But all right. Pearsall, he had him on IR. He had to activate him or drop Charbs.
That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one because at any point, and Kenneth Walker did pop up on the injury report, and I think he's going to play today.
My first baby.
There you go. There's the top dog. It's interesting because I think Pearsall is going to start to pick up the slack. The Ayuk thing is very weird what's going on there. So I think Ricky Pearsall is going to be a major player from the wide receiver spot. But Sharps is totally dependent on either A, a touchdown, or B, Kenneth Walker getting hurt. So you're kind of in a pickle. If I had to choose, man.
See, I would go Charbs. If Pearsall's your wide receiver number 5, Charbs is possible league winner if obviously Walker goes down. Where Pearsall, there's still some other guys there. He's not going to be the bona fide number 1 guy that's going to make a difference in your lineup. He's your number 5 guy. So for me, I'll take the running back, and because that's a better opportunity. Because Pearsall's just going to sit on your bench. You're never going to play him, unless you absolutely have to. And at that point, how much better is that decision of playing him than somebody that's just on the waiver wire that has some opportunity one week,
Yeah, no, that's a good point. And I didn't look at it from that perspective because, as I said, Kenneth Walker did pop up on the injury report, and I have Sharps in a dynasty league, so he would have been an automatic play. And we've seen Sharps, to your point, we've seen Sharps carry a full workload when Kenneth Walker's not there. So I would agree. I would agree with you. That's a good point.
Yeah, got you. Philip, Hopkins, Leggett, Mooney, or DK?
I picked up DK in a couple of leagues, and he's been okay. I mean, he had a special teams touchdown. So they're utilizing him on special teams as well. So you get a little bit of that. Hopkins, I'm not really messing with DeAndre Hopkins at this point. He's only getting a few 2 targets a game, maybe if that. Mooney with Kirk Cousins. No Drake London. I don't know.
There.
Kirk Cousins has been just ass when he's played, filling in for Penix. Does have 15 targets in his last 2 games. Only 4 receptions though.
Right. It hasn't clicked, but now obviously more opportunity. I think it's just one of those where he just has a ton of opportunities. So like the floor seems like it could be decently well compared to some of the other guys,
Yeah, and I'm not going to overreact to the Leggett touchdown and 83 yards last week. I'm not going to go too crazy on that. He has had some.
Bryce had a crazy week. So, I mean,
yeah, and then the DK thing is interesting, but their offense is just absolutely awful, and they're playing a really tough Seattle defense. I do like DK, honestly, but I don't know if you can play him against that, considering the other factors, the matchup, the really, really bad offense. So it might be Mooney. just based on targets alone and the
Yeah.
opportunity that he should have in this game. So yeah, let's roll with Mooney.
Yeah, let's go Mooney. Frank, appreciate you, Frank. Let's see. Cats, what up? What up, boys? Down bad. He's down bad. Flex 2. Burden, Slayton, Barner, Loveland, Monungai.
I love me some AJ Barner. I really do. I think he's emerged as a really, really good go-to target for Sam Darnold, especially if they're going to start rolling coverage JSN's way. Barner has really found a nice rapport. So I definitely think I'm going to AJ Barner. I actually played him because I had a couple of injuries with my tight end spot. I think I had Kincaid out and somebody else out. So I rolled with AJ Barner last week and he was really good. So I'm going to go AJ Barner. Loveland is interesting. I don't know if I like that. Slayton with JMO in a possible need to score on every possession type of situation. You could make the case for Darius Slayton. I don't know, man. He did have 4 for 89 with JMO last week.
I think for me it's definitely Slayton out of all of them. And then maybe it is Barner. I mean, 11 targets.
Barner's been pretty solid,
Especially
considering the position.
I mean, he's had a couple games. It's not consistent, and I don't know. Are we chasing this 11 targets? Like, I mean, they got to at least after a game like that, to continue to try and get him the ball. Like, okay, it looks like we unlocked something a little bit here. Or, like, I don't know. I think it's definitely Slayton. You can make an argument for all the rest of the guys, even Monungai. I mean, does he grab a tutty? Talk about opportunity. He's going to have, some opportunity.
Yeah, I like the Slayton Barner picks on my end. But like you said, you can make the case for some of those other guys, especially Monungai.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go Slayton and Monungai just because I don't know if Seattle will keep airing it out like that in a game that they might be.
That's true.
I don't know. It's just a hard decision. But yeah, I'll go we'll go Slayton and Monungai. How do you feel about Strange today though if he plays? Does he affect Washington?
He does affect Washington a little bit. Obviously, you talked about Jacoby being there, so Jacoby also affects Washington. But Brenton Strange he was really good before he went out, and I think that that's going to be a welcome addition to that offense. So yeah, I feel good about Strange especially at the tight end spot where we know it's generally shallow. Tucker Kraft obviously is a big void that people probably need to fill, so everybody gets bumped up a little bit. So yeah, I feel good about Strange, and he definitely takes a little bit from Washington, but it could be one of those games. I think Brenton Strange would get the most consistent level of action, especially at that tight end spot on that Jags offense. So yeah, if you got, and also too, what is your other option? If you're talking about
definitely depends on what your other option is, but for sure. Kev, appreciate you, Kev. Philip said he was supposed to say Hollins, not Hopkins. Mac Hollins has been decently solid. Like he just gives you like a decent floor. He's involved, but I don't think it changes just because of the fact that Mooney could have 15 targets this game. Like we did see him have some big games with Kirk Cousins, so
we did.
We'll see what happens. Frank said he dropped Pierce off for the same reasons you say. Plus, he's been hurt with the Week 14 bye. Yeah, that sucks too. All the wide receivers are Chase, JSN, JMO, Flowers. So, yeah, I mean, you're never going to play Pierce out really over any of those guys. Jacoby or Gainwell with no Rodgers.
Jacoby Myers or Kenny Gainwell. Well, it is going to be Mason Rudolph in there. We know Rodgers does love to sling it out to the running backs a little bit, especially with the quick passing game. I lean slightly Gainwell, but with the return of Brenton Strange, like we talked about, Jacoby Myers is always, I think he's a good receiver, but I think I'm going to lean slightly Gainwell here.
Are you?
Jacoby Myers is not blowing the
I think
doors
I'm
off
gonna
of
go with.
anybody.
I think I'm gonna go with Jacoby. With Warren, if Jalen Warren wasn't playing, then I would go Gainwell for sure because Gainwell just goes crazy when Warren doesn't play. But
And he gets the
Warren,
receiving work.
Warren is playing. He does get the receiving work, but I think I'll take some. I'll take some Jacoby. All right, Frank. Need one running back, one flex. Brees, Judkins, Chase Brown, Charbs, Flowers.
Well, it looks like Kenneth Walker is going to play. If Kenneth Walker doesn't play, obviously you're firing up Sharps.
Right.
Officially active.
I mean, off the bat, I would say it's between Hall, Judkins, and Chase Brown. Like, I'm not playing Charbs or Flowers, I feel like.
Yeah, Judkins, I mean, I'm in a little bit of a pickle with Judkins too because I have a bunch of other running backs that I could play. Judkins just hasn't been getting in the end zone like he did, in the first half of the season. So that's the big thing there. He is still getting a really solid workload.
I mean, against a pretty not good defense in Vegas, you got to trust in that Shador, marches the team down the field and gets him in position.
I don't know if I have full confidence in that.
Right. Or do you have more faith in Tyrod Taylor
moving the ball? I do.
Yeah. I mean, Baltimore D's been good lately, but yeah, I feel like, oh man, it might be Chase. It's either Chase Brown, Hall, Judkins. It's between those. I might lean Brown and Hall. I don't know.
Yeah, Chase Brown's been really good, man. After that, first 6 weeks kind of lull, he's picked it up. So
I'd definitely go Brown. So it's either between Hall and Judkins, really.
I want to go Brees Hall. Now I do. They may lean on Judkins a little bit more with Shador playing out there, but
I'm gonna go with Judkins. That Vegas D is about to get. Yeah, Judkins about to show you.
All right.
I'll go Judkins and Chase Brown, but I mean, yeah, Hall it's tough to not go Hall. I don't know. I feel like, you want that, obviously, that Cinderella story. Like, listen, Shador's gonna do great. He's gonna march his ass down the field. Judkins
you feel
is
confident about that?
Fucking 3 tutties, and I don't know. I don't know, but I think it's close enough to wish it. So, should I flex Mooney or Sharps? Mooney
with Kenneth Walker active.
Emmanuel Wilson or Jacoby Myers?
That's a good one. I do think they like Emmanuel Wilson. I know they have Brooks as well. I think I'd go Emmanuel Wilson. I do think he's going to get 15 opportunities in the running and passing game. I don't think Jacoby Myers is getting 15 targets.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to give you a solid floor. I don't know why I like Myers.
Because Emmanuel Wilson's about to carve up the Vikings? Is that why?
I don't think so. D's about to stand up.
Pause. That was that was
no pause. No pause. Vikings are about to play these Packers and beat their ass. Cat said Judkins will have a better chance at a TD if you play corner for the Raiders. Maybe.
It's a good point.
Maybe.
It's a good point.
I mean, he's still getting, what do you have? Like 17 and 20 something touches the last couple games. So
yeah, I think he's at 39 carries.
He's still getting work. He's still getting work, but There's another good one. Manuel Wilson or Yoshivas. I've got Yoshivas going in like 3-4 leagues just because I got him stashed on a bunch of dynasty benches and Chase fucked us. So, I mean, what kind of shit was that too? I mean, what the fuck?
What are you doing? And then double downed on it after in the post game saying I didn't spit. Yes, we had.
Right.
Do these players? I got to say something really quick. Do these players not realize we live in 2025 and there's 75,000 camera angles that will catch every little thing that you do?
And we saw it the first game of the freaking season.
There you go. Why are players spitting?
You see
on
what the
each other?
consequences.
I don't get that.
Like, why?
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, Wilson or Yoshivas.
You can make the case for Yoshivas. You really can. And I think in a game that they're going to need to throw, obviously, Cincinnati taking on New England. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. I'd still lean Emmanuel Wilson, but with no Chase, I can hear the Yoshivas conversation. I'll go Emmanuel Wilson slightly. Packers do like to run the ball.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like you said, Wilson is definitely going to get opportunities. Yoshivas should, but that again, that's in a perfect world, right? I mean, I don't know. I think I'm going to go Yoshivas. I'm just going to go for the upside, possibly, of Flacco tossing that shit around. Myers or Yoshivas?
I'll take Yoshivas here because I think that, especially with like you said, Joe Flacco having to sling it around, I'd lean Yoshivas here.
Yeah, I'll go slightly. But it's pretty even there. Chase was watching that season kickoff game and said that shit's hard. I'm doing that. Yeah.
Hold my beer.
Yeah.
Hold my beer.
Can't wait to pull out that move.
What was interesting? What was interesting was there was a lot of talk about Joe Burrow returning this week.
Yep.
Which I was very surprised to hear that. We're not even to Thanksgiving yet, and they were talking about Joe Burrow kind of near Christmas. So very, very interesting. It says here the hope he's back for it, and they play on Thanksgiving. So maybe if they didn't play on Thanksgiving, Joe Burrow will probably be playing this week.
So yeah, it looks like I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. But all right, what do we need? What do I need to happen here? I got Mason Rudolph and Jameis Winston in a 2 QB league. Sounds like fun.
No, that's trash.
And then London is out, so London is killing me.
I actually got a really good one. I have 4 running backs, and I can only play 3. This will really get the wheel spinning. So I got Kyron Williams, DeAndre Swift, Javonte Williams, and Judkins. One of those have to sit.
So Kyron and Javonte are must starts. What was the other 2 you said?
DeAndre Swift or Judkins.
Swift or Judkins. I mean, Swift has been
really good.
Yes, I think he's safe. I mean, they're both been, but I think those 2 for sure. And then it's between Swift or Judkins. He's going against Pittsburgh. Give me the matchup with Judkins. I'm just gonna go play the matchup there.
So I currently have Judkins on the bench, and I did that last week as well. So I'm really in a little bit of a pickle here.
And we're playing who? We're playing Justin Jefferson. Yeah, we're playing Justin Jefferson.
Oh, stop it.
Cat said, "Sit Judkins' ass." Yeah, I mean,
that's what I have. That's what I have, Cat.
It's either or. I mean, it's not bad at all. I mean,
it's a pickle. It's a pickle. So yeah, so I have Judkins on the bench currently, but also I could play Michael Wilson or Alec Pierce. I have Wilson in there, obviously.
I think it's another one of those you shoot for the upside. Like Alec Pierce could give you decent production, kind of like he has been, but I mean, just go for that upside right now.
Yeah, that
he has a good floor at least. It's not like it's not like it's necessarily hit or miss for Wilson. Like I feel like he has a
No,
really good floor. You know what I mean?
yeah, he'll get the work.
Philip, I don't know if I missed it. Love or T-Law? I don't think I saw that one. My bad if I missed it.
I don't think we saw that one pop in.
No, there was a different one. It was.
I didn't see the Love
It
or
was
T-Law.
like Jones or
We had a lot of the Jones
or
Brissett
Love
stuff.
or something like that. But all right, Love or T-Law?
I love Jordan Love. That's my guy. I don't trust him. Now they're pretty much kind of the same, where they're just Jekyll and Hyde. Both of them are Jekyll and Hyde. Trevor Lawrence currently QB 14. I believe Jordan Love is somewhere in that range as well. Jordan Love QB 13. So it's really take your pick.
I would go T-Law. Like, I mean,
I think so as well.
I know I'm a Vikings fan, but I feel like our defense is decent sometimes. But yeah, I go with T-Law base, especially going against the Cardinals too. Like,
I think I agree.
Let's do that. Cat said the same thing. T-Law, great matchup. Yep. Can you flex Pierce over Swift? He said.
Yes, I can. I could, but I don't. I really love DeAndre Swift's kind of versatility, but yeah, I could do that. I do have Pierce in a couple of leagues, so I don't want to load up on all of the Alec Pierce because he is boomer bust in a tough matchup against Kansas City. So I'm not going to put all my eggs in the Pierce basket. So I'll roll Swift, but yeah, Alec Pierce just a little too volatile if I'm going to get a good floor with DeAndre Swift.
Yeah. Do you think Jaden Daniels coming back this season and never put him on IR?
Yeah, I have Jaden Daniels in a redraft league, and it does look like they intend on bringing him back, because if that was the case, they would have just put him on IR. So that's a really good point by Frank. So yeah, I do think Jaden Daniels comes back this season. I don't know why, but I do think he does come back this season. He's not traveling to Madrid, or he didn't travel to Madrid for that Dolphins game. The Commanders are pretty much out of it. So what sense does it make?
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I don't think I've got any other start sits really. I mean, I've got ETN or Rashard White or Charbonnet. I mean, I'm going with ETN. He's been
I'm going with
last
ETN.
couple weeks, even though Tootin has been getting some work, which is annoying, but ETN's been getting some touchdowns at least.
And Rashard White hasn't been great in the last month in the lead role without Bucky. Like the first 2 games, he was really good, but after that, he's just been, as the kids say, mid, like very mid.
Super interesting stats about Carolina's defense, allowing rushing QBs. Yeah. Pierce House, Strange, Manungai, half tight end premium.
I like Strange here.
I like him in a half tight end premium.
Yeah, I like that for Strange, especially with the boost. I do think Pearsall does get more involved this week. But like you said, they have Jennings, they have George Kittle. We know what CMC can do. So Pearsall will have to find his footing. I am playing Pearsall in a league. I think more out of necessity than anything.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty close with the premium. I mean, it's all just kind of pick which one that you feel's got the best opportunity, really.
And I probably fucked up because I played Pearsall and I had Shakir on the bench in that league. Shakir went 8 for 110.
Yeah, but didn't he give you like a bad week the week before that or something? What's been Shakir looking like?
He's a wide receiver 3. Like, that's what he is. Yeah, he had 1 catch for 3 yards. But before that, he's been really good. You know, Shakir's kind of that solid slot guy, you know, solid wide receiver 3. But yeah, I had Shakir on the bench.
Yeah, Frank said he picked up Burrow and Daniels, put him on IR. Parker Washington, Pearsall, or Manungai. That's a little more interesting.
That is very interesting.
I mean, it's tough. They're all in the same range is the problem. Like, it's really just like you can't, like, it's going to be so hard to pick it right. Like, it's all the same. So, I mean, they're all really kind of close together there.
So you want to kind of separate by the matchups, right? Jacksonville taking
on the Cardinals. We know that's a good matchup. But we're talking about the wide receiver 2, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Pearsall, I mean, I guess same-ish situation. Well, actually, is Pearsall like 3? Like, do you count Kittle and CMC ahead of Pearsall?
Yeah.
And then you got an argument with Jennings or Pearsall. Like, is there enough to go around to want to play Pearsall in this situation? Like, until we kind of see it all happen. Right. And then Manungai is what he's getting split carries with Swift. You know, you got to hope he kind of gets a tutty. But Parker Washington also didn't have a great game like last game. Like, okay, we see now Jacoby Myers is, you know, getting more work. So that's also tough.
Yeah, they're all pretty much in a category where you can make the case not to play them in a sense, right?
I guess I'll just go with, I don't know if I just want to go with Washington barely, or do you go with Pearsall? Because even though he is like the third option, like, okay, we know it's a good offense and he's on the outside at least. So if Purdy's going to actually throw the ball, it's going to be either Kittle and then either Pearsall or Jennings, right?
And Brock Purdy and Brock Purdy's shown a really good rapport over the first month with Ricky Pearsall. Like, they had a really good first month. So make of that what you will. But yeah, I'm gonna go Ricky Pearsall here slightly.
Me too, I think.
Just because I think the offense moves the ball pretty well on Monday night against Carolina. So yeah, give me Ricky Pearsall here.
Right. I agree. Just slightly. Chasers, what up, man? Some guys, my team is Cheeks this year. Damn, sorry, brother. I got to pick between Moore and Kamara to flex. And we talked about Kamara a little earlier. I mean, Kamara
he's getting work.
Had some good opportunities.
It's Kamara
and
here.
then DJ Moore. I don't have any DJ Moore.
Not good the last 2 weeks. Before that, he had a little nice stretch, but limited upside.
And it looks like Luther Burden is getting some more work as well. So, yeah, we're going Kamara here. We're not going to take the chance on Moore. We'll go Kamara. Any last questions? Throw them in the chat before we get up out of here. Appreciate everybody coming through. Hopefully we can get some wins here. I got to make these. Where's my Jacoby Brissett? Plug him in. Plugging in Brissett over Goff as we speak.
Oh, man. I need wins, man. I need wins across the board. Holy cow.
Yeah.
And that Josh Jacobs injury messed me bad, because now, and also I had Scadaboo on that team. No Scadaboo. Vidal on a bye. I have to play Blake Corum in my RB2 spot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
not what you want. Not what you want.
Philip, yeah, appreciate you. We weren't on a lot over the off season, and then coming back, we've just been a little bit slower. Haven't been on as much, so I'm trying to get back up to where we do have super chats. We did have them available for a while, but now we do not. I mean, we do have the Patreon, which should be linked down in the description there. So if you want to head over to the Patreon, we can always appreciate that. I started Woody, but my opponent had Allen, so I'm good with that. Yeah, I mean, I had Josh Allen go in 2 leagues. It sucked.
I got a little bit of a beef because I played Josh Allen 2 weeks ago when he had 51. And of course, I don't play Josh Allen in any of my leagues this year, and he has virtually nothing. Garbage.
Yeah, that's
garbage.
how it goes, man. Felt amazing getting Neighbors and Thomas Jr. in the draft this year.
That's not what you want.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's sometimes,
but it's injuries though, and the injuries, injuries hit hard, man. That's why you got to be ready with your waiver wire, with your trade, your draft capital. That's what you talk about all the time, especially accruing those seconds and thirds to be able to go out and kind of patch up your lineup wherever you need to.
Bro, this week I needed a start bad, and I had nobody because I just had everybody fucking hurt or on bye. And then Jamar Chase, of course, is out. So I trade somebody, the third string running back for the 49ers, because the guy I think he had CMC and Brian Robinson. So he wanted Isaac Guerendo. So I just sent off Isaac Guerendo for a Yoshivas and got accepted, and we're all good. I got Yoshivas in the lineup. So
there you go.
But it's just some of those small things about just rostering some of these, sometimes it's meaningless guys, but then sometime at the right time, it's like, okay, this guy wants some safety just in case some injuries happen. And I just need somebody to start, and it's not a guy that's ever going to get in his lineup, and he's not playing them. So, you use that as a chip. So
another good example of that is a guy like Michael Wilson, buried on people's benches. He comes out, has a good game. Jacoby,
Emmanuel Wilson.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, even when we were playing DeMarcado, Michael Carter, like even if it was for that 1 week, 2 weeks, like that you had to play him, just because you had him stashed, you got that start that you really needed. Pearsall or Mechie? Pearsall.
Yeah, it's got to be Pearsall. That's not particularly.
It ain't that gross. I've seen worse.
I have seen worse. Mechie did have a decent week, 3 for 45 and a tutty. So I could see where you think that. And now you got Tyrod coming in. 82% of the snaps, though. Very interesting for Mechie. Obviously, no Garrett Wilson. So I don't think it's as gross as you think, but I'll still go Pearsall here just because I think we talked about this, that the San Francisco offense is going to have some really good scoring opportunities on that Monday night game.
Yep. All right. Let's get up out of here. Appreciate everybody coming out. Smash the like, smash the subscribe.
Get those lineups in.
Yep. We'll see y'all Wednesday. I should be good on Wednesday. But all right, yeah. Good luck, man. Get these dubs. Get yourselves into the playoffs. Get these bye weeks, and we'll see you.
Right. Slate.